Tom.
And I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 144 of Bird Squawk.
Everyone, take a deep breath. Relax. It's going to be all right. I know we're all having flashbacks. It's going to be good. We'll be all right. But we have a lot to talk about. Obviously, the big news is obviously Jalen Hurts having a sprained shoulder as the Eagles had a tight one. I mean, that's kind of the game that I envisioned, this Bears game. That's the game that's why for how many weeks I was saying it was a little bit of a game I thought they were going to maybe lose. And it started off like maybe it was going to be one of those days, but just like the Colts game, they got it done when they needed to. And I mean, this team at the end of the day is still good. I know we're all a little sour, like a little nervous right now with Jalen, but this team is good, people.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie. My heart stopped when that hit took place. I saw it. I felt it. I was like, get up. Get up. Please get up. And he got up and really, I mean, played the rest of the game. And I'm kind of feeling like, all right, he might be a little sore tomorrow. But looked like, I mean, he threw some deep balls. He threw some darts after that. You know, my man, skinny Batman.
Yep, 99
had a big
yards
day.
Away from 1,000 too.
But, you know, and then Monday comes and late Monday you find out like, you know, ooh, this was a little, we appear to have dodged a bullet here.
Yeah, right? I mean, I don't know. I think everyone was kind of having just because of the timing of the news on Monday, with it being kind of in the later afternoon, it was like sky is falling type situations. Everyone was freaking out. But I don't know. We don't know how much they're leading on. We don't know whatever. But it seems very minor. I know they've said that it is a short-term thing. But it feels like, I mean, they haven't even ruled him out playing this week. At the end of the day, I don't think he is going to play. But they haven't even ruled him out yet. So I think my big thought this whole time is, if they needed this game on Saturday, like they would have lost to Dallas and the Cowboys would have won, which thanks Dougie. That helped us out a lot. But
and I mean, after our game and then Dallas went down, I mean, Saturday's game like lost its luster. Right?
Really, I know. With Jalen potentially not playing, at the end of the day, I want to beat the Cowboys. Of course, it would be great for Gardner to win the division down in Dallas and clinch the 1 seed. But they got to win one game out of 3 against the Saints and the Giants, the other 2 opponents. They're winning a game. The loss really isn't the end of the world on Saturday.
You know, I heard some really interesting stuff this week, you know, with this injury. But today, you know, like everything was set up really for Jalen here to go against Dallas Saturday night and just cement that MVP.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he's probably done now.
But I still feel like the kid should win the MVP. I really do. I mean, if you're looking at who's important to a team, and really everybody's getting on the coaches, Jalen's calling those RPOs, right? There are plays he's supposed to give the ball to Miles, and he's choosing not to. I mean, I saw an interesting quote. It's like telling Superman to stop flying.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
we can look.
That's the offense.
We can look back on the Bears game. I know kind of the Jalen news have been the crazy thing, but I mean, talk about the MVP a little bit before we get back to the Bears game. I don't know. It gives me, if you're another rest of the Philly sports fans, it gives me Embiid vibes. It feels like Embiid should have won last year. He didn't. It feels like Jalen should win. He's not gonna. I mean, I don't think him being out for a week.
I'm not writing him off yet. I think he gets his MVP.
The main thing is if he plays.
But who cares about that? We want
exactly.
We want another one of these.
Exactly.
Right?
At the end of the day,
we want this.
At the end of the day, I honestly
we want to be putting something like this right here, right? You know, already looked at the emblem for Arizona. It's gonna go right there. Keep it.
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
it down. But we're not interested in individual awards.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't even really want him to win it because the MVP never wins the Super Bowl in the same year. I don't even know the last time the MVP won the Super Bowl in the same year. So,
you know, but I will say this dude's like one tough mother, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is.
He's laying on the ground. He's hurting, right?
Without a doubt.
And Mulata comes over and says, stay down. And he says, pick me the F up.
Yeah. I mean, and the way he played the rest of the game, truly, I mean, build of his character, build of his toughness. I mean, he threw that bomb to AJ.
Just gotta love the kid.
But
gotta love the kid. The play calling.
It was suspect. It was suspect.
Right? Little suspect.
I mean, you got.
But like we talked about, I mean, the TV did not portray the wins.
No.
That were out there. You couldn't see that from the TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like a nice day, just cold as anything.
Yeah.
But I did say I felt like we were going to throw on them.
Yeah, I know, but I get... There's one thing about seeing what the game plan is, but then there's also seeing what the weather is and not throwing... I know some of those deep balls connected, but he was just throwing bombs. And like any third and manageable, he was just throwing it deep. And some
One thing I do want to say to Saucy, Stenchen, whoever's out there listening.
Yeah, no one.
Stop trying to make Quez a focal point of this offense. Or at least tell him when you run that freaking sweep, go north and south. Will you turn up field and try to get some yardage?
I mean, I'm not that worried about it.
Jet sweep, not to Quez. I mean, you're making Rager out of this kid.
No, I mean, I don't
I'm
really...
getting Rager vibes with him.
No, I think
I'm not sold on Quez.
All right.
But if Quez is the weakest part of this offense,
I was about to say,
we're still pretty good.
I was about to say.
I love you, Quez, but come on, man.
Yeah, I
Turn
mean...
the ball upfield and get some positive yardage.
Yeah, I mean, Quez, whatever. But, I mean, the offense, I mean, they didn't have their day. They looked rough in the beginning. It without a doubt did. And, I mean, it looked rough defensively a little bit, too. We knew Fields was going to do his thing. It was getting irritating just watching him because you knew what was going to happen.
But I'm telling you, man, I feel like Smitty is stepping up.
Oh, I mean, he's a dog.
We need him lately.
I was telling...
That dude is the real deal.
I mean, I was saying that a couple weeks ago. AJ's kind of like that big guy, the big guy on the team, but Smitty's that moving the chains guy. When they need a big catch, I know you think you go to AJ, but they've been going to Devontae. And I mean, he's 99 yards away from 1,000 himself.
Oh, man.
I mean,
two guys getting 1,000. We could have 4 guys with 10 sacks.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the defense.
Thank God. We have a defense.
Exactly, because I told him this yesterday. I saw if we would have ended up losing that game, I know all the blame would have been on the defense for no reason. And they, once again, I don't care what you say, they showed up again. They had 6+ sacks again. They, at the end of the day, made big stops and truly kept them in that game. I mean, the offense had some drives that they could have put this thing away deep in the second half, but they kept giving it back, and the defense kept making stops.
Hassan Reddick, you beast. You are a beast.
Hassan Reddick was such a big pickup. It took him a couple weeks for Gannon, for him to kind of fit into the scheme, but he has been unbelievable.
That motor that dude has, oh my God. Man, he is just like feasting, and it's like, I mean, you know, we wanted a dude like this.
Yeah, I mean, he's a monster. I mean, and being a local kid obviously makes it better, being from Temple. But, I mean, yeah, we moved to the Dallas game. I know we talked about it a little bit. But at the end of the day, like you said, the lust of this game is kind of...
The whole luster of this game. The whole, like, we want this game. We don't need this game.
It's Dallas week.
But I still think we go down there and beat them. I still think MINSHEWMANIA runs wild.
I still think they play a tough game. I mean, Dallas is going to come in, try and get that taste out of the loss out of their mouth. They're going to come home. They've been talking crap. I said this to him yesterday. We have been on their mind ever since they came here and lost. Because they were crying and moaning about Cooper Rush, whatever. And they've been thinking about us for too long that it's bit them in the butt. And I mean, don't get me wrong. The Jags are a good team. And this guy called that the Jags were winning. But that's a team they should go down there and beat. But I mean, they just get in their way, and you got to win.
But I think our defense shows up, and you know, Minshew, we run the ball, we sprinkle in Dallas Goedert's coming back, sprinkle in a little Dallas Goedert. I think this game could be tighter than we think, or we could just win this damn game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they really are. I mean, defensively, you're full, and offensively, I mean, Gardner's not throwing the scrubs, man. I mean, he's not throwing like the people he was throwing to last year in that last Week 17 game.
You know, I just saw today, you know, I mean, Gardner's down at
he's at Mike
Coach
Leach's funeral. He spoke today, yeah.
I mean, this dude, if he plays Saturday night, he's winning for Coach Leach.
Yeah, I mean, I never have to doubt Gardner Minshew's attitude. Like, the dude's going to come out and play, and he's going to have a lot of energy. And
I mean, you see that little take of him and his dad
from last year
when
at the Jets
they
game,
beat the Jets. I mean, gotta love that dude's fire too, and he's been a solid teammate.
Yeah, he's been a pro.
No distractions.
Yeah.
He's a pro, right? Yeah. Give him an opportunity. Let Jalen sit. I mean, you know, who knows what's going on, but I've been Googling shoulder sprain. It's 10 days. Yeah. 10 days. Back.
I say I know they haven't ruled him out. I say he sits this week. My main thing, and I don't want to go too deep into this, but after Dallas lost, everyone's like, start sitting people. I was like, dude, our first game, if we're the 1 seed, would be in a month. People cannot be playing football games for not a month, and us trying to just show up and be a good team. Right. But we'll cross that as we get there. I know they still have the mindset that they haven't clinched anything yet, which is true. But yeah, I mean, I don't doubt.
We're on a mission, baby.
Gardner, man, and I mean, I just think it continues to feed the disrespect card. They love playing this disrespect card, and I still think they continue to get it. And I mean, I'll say I'm not a big omen guy, but I was driving to work today, and I saw a bald eagle. Even in this area, bald eagle.
That's a sign.
It was a sign that everything's gonna be fine. Jalen's fine. Everything's gonna be fine, and we're getting. I truly do have the feeling that Gardner's gonna go down there and get this thing done. This offense will be simple. You're going to see a lot of Miles, all the people that are crying for Miles after last week. You're going to see plenty of Miles, a lot of simple stuff so Gardner gets the ball out of his hands quick. And he's going to find these weapons, man.
It just did give the vibe, though, like, man, can't we ever just, you know, in the back of your mind, you have that Eagles mentality that nothing can ever just be easy.
Never.
We've always got to sprinkle in some kind of adversity, you know. But like he said, I feel like this team just thrives on that.
Yeah.
I mean, they thrive on the adversity. They thrive on the disrespect. They thrive on being counted out. And, you know, we talked about that. The sprinkle of veteran presence in that locker room mixed in with the rest of these guys. And, you know, I do feel like we still go down there and beat them.
Yeah, man. I mean, really.
We beat them with our backup.
The main thing is
but if we
you
don't,
just chill. Exactly. You know, if you don't, you don't. You got worst case,
Saints and the Giants.
At worst case scenario,
at home,
that Jalen can't play until the playoffs, which I don't believe that is what's going to happen. But if that's the worst case scenario, I have faith in this team and Gardner Minshew to win one game out of these three to clinch the division and clinch the 1 seed.
Yeah. And then, you know, once we do that, then we got to sit down and talk about what are we doing to get ready.
I mean,
because you're going to want some guys getting healthy. You're going to want some guys that we're going to need them to play, but not full games.
I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
And you don't want anybody else getting hurt either.
No, I get the hurt card, but I fear
you can't be scared. You can't live
I
like that,
fear the rust more than getting hurt, in my opinion. Yeah. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see as we cross that bridge. At the end of the day, they're going to go down there trying to win every game like they have. And at the end of the day, I think it's going to be Gardner. And if it's not Gardner and Jalen does show up, then, hey, man, I mean, it's going to be fun. They're in the black.
It is Dallas
It's still
week,
Dallas
baby.
week, even though it's lost a little bit of the charm with everything going on. But before we guys leave, happy holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays. Be safe. We'll be back as always next week. Probably talking.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, just sit back and just think about where we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about a 13-1 Eagles team.
Yep.
Whoever would have thought that?
End of the world is not here, folks. Everything's
No,
fine. They're going for a franchise record of wins in a regular season this week. They've tied it. 13 wins is the all-time. They're going for 14 this week, which is crazy to think about.
Soak it in.
This team's
Enjoy
good,
it,
man. This team is dang
scary
good.
I said that at the beginning of the season. Scary good. You know, throw in some weapons and wow, look what happens, man. And a lot of that got to go back. You know, for as much as we bitch and complain, piss and moan about coach and play calling, I mean, you got to give it to Saucy and the crew, man. They're doing some crazy stuff with these guys.
Yeah, without
We're
doubt.
just enjoying the ride, baby.
Exactly. So, once again, enjoy your holidays. Still, we're going to get pumped because it's Dallas. Saturday, it'll come around. The energy will be high.
And beat these cockroaches.
And we're celebrating a division title in their building. MINSHEWMANIA.
MINSHEWMANIA is going to be running
wild, baby. So thank you guys always for watching. We'll be back next Wednesday as always. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squawk. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly Eagles fly.
Go Birds.